Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talk Us Speak, Share, Connect, a place where we break the silence, start real conversations, and remind each other that no one has to struggle alone. I'm your host, Gerald Uy, and in this first episode titled Pressured, Hooked, and Heard Teen Addictions in Our Generation Today, we'll be talking about a topic that many young adults face but few openly discuss: vices and social pressure. Joining me today are my two special guests who will help us explore the issue from both a personal and spiritual perspective. First is my friend Lawrence Orashan, who is passionate about helping young people make the right choices and understand the power of free will.
Hello everyone.
We also have Lowell, who deeply reflects on Scripture and will help us connect our struggles with God's covenant and the hope He offers us.
Good day to our listeners.
Welcome to the podcast, Lawrence and Lowell.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, before we get serious, let's warm up with a quick fire round. Lawrence, what's one thing that you're low-key addicted to?
Iced coffee, not debate.
How bad is it? Like once a week or twice a week?
Just once a day actually.
That's not addiction. I think that's a lifestyle.
Okay. Have you guys ever said na last coffee na to pero you still bought another one the same exact day?
Next question please.
Ule. Okay, Lowell.
I think it's scrolling because I open my phone for one thing, then I forget what I'm supposed to do.
It's like the one notification trap. I'll just check one notification.
Yes, exactly. Then I'm watching random videos that I didn't even remember clicking it.
Okay, serious question. Who here checks their phone the first thing in the morning?
Me.
Same.
Last one. If someone took that addiction away from you for 1 week, let's say, would you survive?
I'd definitely be grumpy.
For me, I think I'd be fine, but I'd complain.
Okay, let's be real. Have you guys noticed how prevalent this problem is becoming a million now? Like the inumans, vaping, and sugal. It's all common and you can literally see it all around us.
Oh no, and usually the groups that do these activities are teenagers.
For them, I believe it's normal because everyone's doing it, but later on, you can't control it. Parang naging siyang bad habit.
Exactly. At first, it's harmless, like having fun with your friends. But eventually, it actually becomes something way bigger than that.
And sometimes it doesn't even feel like a problem because we're just having fun with our friends.
Yes, but why do you guys think na fitting in is such a big problem?
Deep in our minds, we say, I'll do it na lang so I don't feel out of place.
That's the scary part because addiction doesn't start immediately. It starts with our small compromises and saying yes to the influence.
Actually, I've seen that it starts slow until it gradually takes like into your life. You repeat it over and over again until it becomes a part of your routine and you won't even realize it.
And eventually, you just do it not just because you want to fit in, but it's part of your life.
A misconception that people tend to is that it's a habit and it's a habit that they can stop easily, but in fact, it's really not. We talked about how easy it is to lose ourselves just by trying to fit in. You guys mentioned earlier that our struggles can be connected back to God's covenant. How does that help someone feeling hooked by pressure?
We often feel like we lost our values, but God's covenant always reminded us that we are made with love and dignity.
Kaya nga, we often use the ability to say yes just to belong, but understanding means realizing that we have to choose the better.
Saying no doesn't make us weird or odd. It's just that's what we chooses that God made, God choose for us.
So instead of trying to fit in, we should focus on fitting into God's plans for us. Okay, let's say someone already gave in to being peer or being pressured. What now? Does reconciliation really help? Because we all know now, let's be honest, we're all scared of confession actually.
Oo, totoo, parang nakahiya siya minsan, but reconciliation isn't about being judged, it's about being honest, and it's the moment where you say, okay Lord, I messed up, and instead of being rejected, you are forgiven.
That's important kasi if someone falls into a vice, may guilt talaga, and that guilt lead you to ways. It's either makes you think na ganito na lang ako, or it pushes you to change.
Yeah, parang nasira pa na, so like ituloy na essentially.
Exactly, but confession reminds you that you are not defined by your worst decisions. You are still loved and you can still restart.
For me, Eucharist is strength talaga kasi it's like spiritual recharge, and when you receive it, it makes you think who you really belong to.
Yes, and you know you belong to God. You don't feel as desperate to belong somewhere else, and the cravings for approval becomes a little lighter.
Ah, that makes sense.
Kasi pressure usually makes you feel alone, di ba? Like ikaw lang yung hindi sumasabay. Pero Eucharist always reminds us that we are not alone.
And it gives you the strength na pero hindi magically mawala yung temptation, but gives you the strength to say no next time, or to stand up again if you fail.
So it's not about being perfect.
Yeah, it's about having access to grace when you're imperfect.
And knowing that God doesn't cancel you when you fail, He still gives you another chance.
So that's actually really powerful. So instead of running deeper into the vice, we're actually invited to run back to grace.
Exactly, kahit ilang beses ka matumba, God still gives you a lift up. It's not just avoiding sin, but building strength from the inside.
As every confession, every Eucharist makes you feel stronger and a little more grounded.
So as we wrap up today, I hope that our listeners understand that your worst decision isn't your final identity.
Remember that the real struggle isn't ultimately about knowing and honoring the dignity that God created you with.
And when you feel like you're giving in to the pressure, remember that God's love is unconditional and the path back is always open.
Our challenge for everyone listening is to choose one small action that can help reinforce your relationship with God and with yourself.
This could be as simple as saying no to the one thing that you usually compromise and making time for a prayer in the morning before checking your phone.
Think of this as your first step toward that restart we talked about. And it doesn't actually have to be perfect.
Remember that pressure makes you feel alone, but you're not. There's people like your family and your friends that you can share your commitment.
This week, look for the odd one out who's choosing the right path and choose to stand firm with them. Let's create a new social pressure that's a positive one.
Yes, be the friend that finds a way out or offers a way out instead of being the friend that pushes them further in.
If you need the strength, then start with the Eucharist and make it your strength and not the vice that drains you.
And if shame is holding you back from confessing, remember what we said. Reconciliation is about honesty, not judgment. And God is waiting to forgive us and to help us restart.
Take a moment right now before you move on and decide what your small action to help you will be. And I want you to commit to it.
This isn't about avoiding vice, it's about claiming the freedom that you deserve and honoring your dignity.
Don't let a bad moment define who you are. You are worthy and you are loved and you have the power to choose the better.
So let's stop saying yes just to belong and start saying yes to a grace that helps us stand firm.
True freedom is not about belonging to the crowd, but to belong to Christ who gives you the strength to stand firm.
Thank you so much, Lawrence and Noel, for the meaningful insights on how faith can help us overcome the intense social pressures that we face.
It was a blessing to be here and to remind everyone that access to grace is always available.
Good day to our listeners, and may you choose to walk in the path of righteousness this week.
And again, I am Jared Uy, your host. This has been Talk Us, Speak, Share, Connect. And until the next conversation, remember that you are never alone. Bye-bye.